Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Wine on Saturday, wine on Sunday. But Coach told me I can never miss a Monday.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show with Coach Mike. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, you can reach me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here this week with you on Monday night, and we look forward to interacting with everyone in the audience on tonight's show. I want to make sure I give an invitation to everyone out there in the audience. If you're checking us out live on YouTube, get involved in tonight's show. Leave myself or Coach Mike a relevant real estate question in the comment section, and you never know, our super producer, Jay Joseph, may very well choose your question to be answered on tonight's show. So definitely take some time, get involved. This is a great show, and we look forward to interacting with you. I want to take some time now to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, but he is also the co-founder of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. I want to thank him so much for sitting in with us on Monday night, just like he does every week on the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show. I'd like to introduce to the audience, CEO Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis. How are you doing?
I am doing amazing. Rick, what's going on, man? It's Monday night. Super excited to be here, my brother.
Hey, man, it's great, man. I look forward to this show, man. It's great to do it with you. It's good to hear from you this week, Coach Mike. And can you share with the audience a little bit about what's been going on this weekend at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm? And how are you recovering after the 15-year anniversary get together we had at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm last week?
You know what, man? It was an amazing celebration, Rick. Celebrating 15 years. We had a lot of people come out and celebrate with us. We were able to award our top 3 producers, as well as give out some community awards for people that had done business with us. So, just kind of put a bow on 2023. It was very, very exciting. Leading up to that week, we started our group coaching sessions again. So, super busy, staying super busy. We had a business planning training on last Wednesday as well. So, at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, education is very important to us. We do that through our trainings. We do that through our coaching and our support. So it was just another opportunity for us to do that last week, Rick.
I thank you so much for sharing, because with this being the first month of the new year, I'm really excited for you to share with our audience how the schedule and the activities that we have planned over at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm won't differ from anything that they saw in 2023. We look forward to delivering the same amount of education, the same amount of networking opportunities this year as much as we provided last year. So thank you so much for sharing that info.
Absolutely, Rick. Yeah, it's all about our environment, right? Our environment is the kind of environment where we are, where education is very important to us. Real estate career education is very important to us. And we put the things in place to really exemplify that. That's definitely going to continue. Even on top of that, our commitment to community involvement, we're going to be doing more consumer centric activities as well, which gives an opportunity for our agents to participate and licensed individuals to participate in. So yeah, man, we're gonna crank that thing up in 2024, man.
Hey, look, man, I'm so excited about this year. There's so many great things on the horizon. I urge everyone in the audience to tap in with CEO Coach Mike on Instagram, tap in with myself on Instagram, and become a part of the movement, man, because not only are we going to come to you on Monday nights, but there is all types of content that we're going to be putting out on B&D TV all week, every week this year, 2024, man. So thank you so much, Coach Mike, for what you and the staff over there at the office is doing. I'm really excited about tonight's show. We have some really exciting questions lined up for you that I believe will do a great job of informing and educating our audience. So Coach Mike, man, if you're ready, man, I want to see how you feel about some of the questions we have from the audience this week.
I am ready, man. Let's get it going.
Let's check out question number 1 for Coach Mike. Coach Mike, can I sell my home before foreclosure if the HOA places a lien on the property and use the proceeds to settle the lien?
You know what? That's an excellent question, Rick. And, here's the reality when it comes to foreclosure, right? Until it actually goes to auction, there's a number of options that you can take advantage of to prevent that foreclosure from moving forward. What people got to realize is that, a bank or an HOA, they're not trying to get a property, right? That's not the business that they're in. Like the bank is not in the business of real estate. The bank is in the business of lending money. Homeowner association is not in the business of real estate. They're in the business of managing associations. So the last thing that they want to do is foreclose. For them, it becomes very costly because now they have to control the property, meaning that they have to secure it. They have to pay for that. They have to pay the foreclosure attorneys. So things are just highly escalated when a foreclosure is being threatened. Most of these institutions foreclose on properties because of lack of communication, right? So that's why we encourage people, when you're finding yourself in that situation, the last thing you want to do is go silent, right? You want to continue to keep the lines of communication open. So the bank or the homeowner association knows that you're actively wanting to do something, working on doing something to remedy the situation. All right. So to the person's question, can they sell their home? Absolutely. That is absolutely one of the things that you can exercise when you're facing foreclosure. It's putting your house on the market, selling that property, as long as the amount that you're going to get for the purchase of the property, as long as that is more than what is owed on the property. When you add up all the liens, so vendors liens, HOA liens, mechanics lien, any liens that you have on the property, the amount that you receive has to be more than the amount that's owed or the debt against the property. Now, there are certain instances where you could utilize a vehicle called a short sale. And in that short sale, that's when the house is where it is not worth more, where it's upside down. Like that's a term that people are familiar with, meaning that the debt against the property is more than what the amount you could sell it for. So that's upside down or underwater. Well, you can utilize what's called a short sale, and that's, again, selling the property, but the lien holders recognize that they're not going to be getting all their money. So you begin to negotiate with those lien holders, and they accept those terms because, remember, at the end of the day, they don't want real estate. They're not in that business, so they don't want to have to be worried about what to do with it. They're just trying to recoup their money.
I appreciate you sharing that advice with the members of our audience, Coach Mike, but I want to give you a follow-up question. For those that are dealing with these type of challenges or issues, why is it, in your experience, have they not reached out to a real estate professional as far as being able to use that expertise and knowledge that a real estate professional has to show them the different alternatives and the different options that they have to get these type of issues remedied? Coach Mike, why is it that you think foreclosure is even a thing, and why is it that these people who are suffering through this hasn't reached out to a professional before it's gotten to that point, you think?
Well, I think it's just one of those things that people do, man. They suffer in silence. It can be an extremely emotionally charged situation. So, and it can be embarrassing, right? So people, they don't want to reach out for help. It's the worst decision that they can make is not reaching out. So, we empathize with people's circumstances, and I kind of understand why. So that's why, as real estate professionals, we have to make sure people understand that it's a safe place, that it's a safe space. Like if you need assistance when it comes to not losing your home, right? That there are options out there to where you can avoid having foreclosure on your credit report. You can avoid, even put yourself in a position where it's not so stressed because you have to now get out, or you're dealing with the uncertainty about what's going to happen next after the foreclosure sale. You can eliminate all those negative emotions and take a more educated approach, more strategic approach to dealing with what's going on with your real estate. So I think it's just those things is why, Rick.
And look, I urge everyone in the audience, if you're in this position, you know someone's in this position, have them give myself, Coach Mike, a call. Reach out to us on Instagram. You can schedule a private homeowners consultation where you could talk about the challenges that you're dealing with. Coach Mike and myself would just love to talk to you, consult with you, and let you know what your options are. Because no matter how daunting the challenge may be, with the right professionals in your corner, you can get all these things worked out. And not only will it not be a problem anymore, it could work out to your benefit. So definitely do not suffer in silence. Reach out to your nearest real estate professional as soon as possible, because these type of things does not have to be something that wrecks your financial future or damages your credit profile. So I urge everyone to take Coach Mike's advice. You know, man, it's amazing, Coach Mike, how concise and clearly you can educate these really complex topics. That's what's one of the great things about hosting this particular show with you. And I want to thank you so much for sharing your expertise with our audience. You know, we have some other questions that have been submitted. I'm really curious to see how you can help out the people who submitted these questions. So, Coach Mike, if you're ready, I want to see how you feel about question number 2.
Let's do it, Rick. I'm ready.
Let's check it out. Coach Mike, what does the $2 billion realtor lawsuit mean for home buyers and sellers?
You know, Rick, and I know you probably been getting this question a lot as well. Yes. About how that's going to impact things. Well, you know, the reality, Rick, none of us has a magic ball, right? So we don't necessarily know how it's going to ultimately impact. But this is what I can say, Rick. It's clear that the market finds value in representation when it comes to real estate transactions. It's clear that the market finds it being a real estate professional, representing buyers in the sale of a transaction, representing sellers in the sale of that it's a healthy component to the industry. And the real estate industry itself is a healthy component to the U.S. economy. It's a very major piece to the U.S. economy. So understanding that, Rick, how it's going to specifically shake out, I don't know. But what I can tell you is it's not going to force buyer's agents out. It's not going to force listing agents out, right? There may have to be some adjustments or some modifications when it comes to the compensation structure. But the reality, Rick, is that I don't think it's going to be as major of a restructure of compensation as people think. I think what's going to happen, I don't think it's necessarily going to affect home buyers and home sellers. What is going to affect really, Rick, is real estate professionals. They're going to have to become more skilled in how they articulate their value to the consumer, right? They're going to have to really be able to show what value, the value that we bring to the transaction. No longer can we continue going and accepting the consumer to undervalue us. That's not going to work, right? Mm-hmm. Because the moment that you take a buyer's agent out of the equation, I'm not even talking about the listing agent, but the moment you take a buyer's agent out of the equation, there's eventually it's not that it's going to stop lawsuits. They're going to be more lawsuits, and the lawsuits they're just going to go from the lawsuit being between the realtor and the seller. They're going to go between the seller and the buyer, right? Buyers are going to begin to sue these sellers. They're going to begin to sue these builders because they're going to feel like nobody was there to explain to them the process. And they're going to feel like they got hosed. They're going to feel like they got taken advantage of. And right now, buyer's representation protects people from having to experience that because you have somebody that's well-versed to guide someone through the process. So, I think at the end of the day, Rick, it's just us as professionals are just going to have to step our game up, and we're going to have to become better at articulating. Not only will we have to become more valuable and become more skilled, but we're going to have to become better at articulating that to the consumer, how much value we bring to them.
And, you know, I agree totally, Coach Mike. And I think one of the more interesting parts about what you just mentioned is how as real estate professionals, we have to do a better job of illustrating our value. And when Coach Mike and I are discussing value, what we mean is your expertise, your experience, your education, and your knowledge. That's what makes being a member and a part of the Brooks and Davis real estate family so powerful, is because education and mentorship is a foundation of the entire brokerage. Coach Mike, I know you talk about this so much in your individual coaching, but for the members of our audience that don't have the opportunity to sit down with you individually on a weekly basis, could you just talk about how important it is for you, even with your experience, to continuously look for better ways to educate yourself, more ways to add tools to your tool belt so that you can better serve the buying and selling public?
Yeah, no, I think that's a, Rick, as a brokerage firm, right, that's serving close to 100 individuals, they trust us with their success. I think it's important that we constantly, and I'll say me personally, that I'm constantly made aware of the resources that are in the marketplace, the tools, enhance my knowledge as it relates to what is going on, what's transitioning, and not just in the local market, but just across the United States, because there are methods, there are techniques, there are things that are being utilized in other parts of the country that could be utilized in our marketplace to help with some of the challenges that we have here in our local market, like housing attainability. Rick, I was on a call today with a local builder, has about 19 properties that they're in the process of building, and we're having a conversation about how can he get more of a particular profile that he's looking for. He's wanting to help more people that are in his submarkets purchase his homes that are priced under $300,000. And he's perplexed because he's not understanding why has it been so hard and challenging for him to be able to get those individuals when everybody's talking about the issues of housing affordability and housing attainability in the city. I was just had a conversation with a guy today, and we're going to be doing some work with them, Brooks and Davis is, to help them with that issue. But those are the things as the CEO and broker of Brooks and Davis that I have to constantly put myself in position to, so it can filter down to our agents and have more opportunities for our agents to help more people get into homes.
And I thank you so much for sharing, Coach Mike, because I want that to serve as an example to the other real estate professionals in our audience about how you go about building value in yourself. So that when you go out and you're doing listing presentations, you can talk about your sphere of influence, your professional network, and how that's going to benefit the seller of that property to maximize what they take home. So appreciate you so much, Coach Mike, for sharing that information.
No, absolutely.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, well, I was just going to say, one of the things that I told the gentleman I was meeting with, I have a relationship with a young lady that has a list of maybe 1,000 people that are in various parts of getting prepared for home ownership, right? So, we don't necessarily need to look any further than that relationship. So for me, I told him, hey, look, I'm a broker of that relationship, right? It doesn't always necessarily have to be, sign my paperwork, I make this commitment, employ me, hire me. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. Like, if you have something of value and you can put the pieces together, there is a compensation opportunity there for you to be had, whether you have a listing agreement in place or not. At the end of the day, this man wants to sell his units, and this young lady wants to get her clients into homes, period. If I do that or we do that successfully, they don't have any problem paying.
Right. No, I thank you so much, Coach Mike, because the type of questions that you're fielding tonight, there are so many real estate professionals, tenured, new, experienced, inexperienced, who are all dealing with a similar issue, just with a little bit of nuance. There's always gray areas.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate you taking some time on Monday nights to sit down and talk about such broad topics. Yeah. Because coming off the weekend, Coach Mike, there's so much moving and shaking going on Saturdays and Sundays that this show on Monday nights are probably the first opportunity that a lot of these real estate professionals have had to share some of these challenges and actually get an unbiased third-party perspective on how they can not only work through those issues, but also possibly bring share some solutions.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much, Coach Mike, because no matter how often we do this, there are so many real estate professionals that I meet that just thank not only myself, but thank you for what it is that you do, because this type of thing can be invaluable as far as putting people in a position to help their clients to the best of their ability. So I thank you so much, Coach Mike. You know, one of the great things about having this time to sit down with you, it gives not only myself, but all the members of our audience a head start as far as knowing about all the activities and all the events that are being led and sponsored by Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm on a weekly basis. So, Coach Mike, could you share a little bit about what's going on this week at Brooks and Davis, some of the things that we have planned, and what members of our audience should be excited about this week?
No, I would love to, Rick. I would love to. So, you know, we're definitely going to start off with what we're doing with BND TV. You know, as we get the graphic to come up, you know, I'll just talk about Monday Night Live, which is something that we do on Mondays. As you can see, it's a live call-in show, 7 p.m. with myself, just answering real estate questions from the audience and providing advice for real estate professionals. It's just something that we love doing. But then on tomorrow, with the Realtor Life podcast, we do that on Tuesdays, where we go live at 12:30 with myself, diving into the life passions of real estate professionals. Our guest for this week is Mr. Bill Baldwin with Boulevard Realty. He's also a member of the planning department of the city of Houston. So I know he's going to have some great things to talk about as it relates to the livable spaces ordinance that's just recently passed, as well as to the question that you asked earlier about the $2 billion lawsuit. So I would definitely encourage you to come on Tuesday at 12:30 and participate in that conversation. Also on tomorrow at 2:30, we're going to be doing our Real Estate Happy Hour live. And that's a BND TV show where we go live on Facebook and YouTube with our hosts and special guests discussing trending topics found on Twitter, formerly Twitter, now known as X, current events, real estate industry related topics, along with some real estate advice to consumers and realtors. It's a real estate professionals talking about randomness. The best part about this show is that the audience has the opportunity to get on the screen as well and share their thoughts. And then finally, as a part of BND TV, Rick, I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about the Prime Real Estate Network, the great work that y'all are doing on Thursdays at 12 o'clock.
Hey, look, I want to invite everyone in the Monday Night Live audience to check out myself and the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, every Thursday at noon Central Time for the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. What me and the Texas Real Estate King try to provide our audience every Thursday is some insight into all of the real estate professionals that we partner with on a regular basis. Look at the Prime Real Estate Network as your opportunity to see the inner workings of not only the Texas Real Estate King's business, but also what I'd like to provide to my clients from a real estate perspective. You get an opportunity to interact with every aspect of the real estate industry, but also, most importantly, some of the most highly successful business owners and entrepreneurs anywhere in not only the real estate space, but in independent business as a whole. So take some time, Thursdays, noon Central Time, myself and Mr. Larry W. Brooks, co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. We invite everyone to check out the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We're sure there'll be some great gems that you could take from every episode.
Absolutely. And before we leave this slide, Rick, you know, I didn't say what our topic for Realtor Happy Hour Live was going to be, but tomorrow we're going to be talking about navigating global challenges, a deep dive into 2024's major disasters. So I definitely wanted to make people aware of what we're going to be talking about on tomorrow at 2:30. So make sure you tune in as well. All right. So also we want to make people aware of a new YouTube channel that we've created, Rick. It's an amazing project. It's great to see it coming into fruition because it's going to be a great tool and resource for people that are looking to possibly relocate to Houston, but also relocate within Houston. It's going to be a great library. So the Houston Real Estate Channel, which is powered by Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, we ask that you subscribe to it because we explore on this channel vibrant neighborhoods in Texas, in Houston. The Houston Real Estate Channel, it's your comprehensive guide to exploring the vibrant neighborhoods of Houston. Get valuable insights on Houston's real estate market with our diverse range of videos, including in-depth market reports and essential tips for buyers and sellers. So definitely encourage you all, go to the Houston Real Estate Channel. We're getting a lot of progress and movement on that channel. And I think it's just because it is providing so much value as it relates to the breakdowns of the different neighborhoods and the different suburbs in the Houston Metroplex. So definitely encourage you all to go there and check that out. All right. Also, we've also been in the books putting together, we as Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, as well as CEO Coach Mike, we wanted to put ourselves in a position to where we could be more intimate with people without them having to have a commitment or a cost associated with the relationship. So what we decided to do is we decided to build a community, right? And it's a community now that we've officially launched where you'll be able to unlock the full potential of your real estate career by becoming a part of this membership, of this free community. It's a supportive family where you can grow, innovate, and be recognized. And it's outside of you being a member of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm or a client with that CEO Coach Mike, right? You're able to embrace diversity as we reshape real estate with impactful solutions for all communities. Puts you in a position where you can make a difference by engaging in local initiatives for a brighter future. Elevate your education beyond transactions and prepare for success, including acing the real estate exam. So we talked earlier about how education is very important to us, and not just educating Brooks and Davis agents, but just educating everybody that's in this career in our marketplace. It's going to help elevate the industry as a whole, and we want to be a part of that elevation. Through this membership, you're going to be able to enjoy the accessibility and easy collaboration within our vibrant real estate community. And again, here's the best part. It won't cost you a dime. The only investment required is your time. The rest is on the house, right? So are you ready to soar? Are you ready to soar? Are you ready to join us now? And let's make this real estate journey unforgettable, right? So here's the thing. If you're already licensed, you already have your real estate license, we invite you to explore the World Changers community, because that's the way that you tap into this community. All you got to do is take the next step in your journey by visiting the website that's on the screen. And it's a very simple sign up process. It'll probably take you 30 seconds. And then boom, you're in the community with all of the features and the benefits that come with it. And if you're not licensed, maybe you're in the process of obtaining your license, or you're interested in getting your real estate license, you can discover an exclusive opportunity waiting for you through Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm's student affiliate membership. That's a way for you to get connected to this community that I've been talking about. So you don't even have to have your real estate license. You just have to have an interest in real estate. Visit the website, learn about the features and the benefits that comes out with it, as well as sign up for it. I'm super thrilled to share this incredible opportunity with everyone, with our audience today, Rick, knowing that it aligns perfectly with their interests and goals. So I just asked them today, Rick, I want them to join us in shaping the future of real estate. All right. And then finally, Rick, this Thursday, we're going to be doing our real estate career night.
Yes.
It's one of those things where, if your broker won't answer your questions, then on that day, I'm the broker that's got your back. I'm the industry's broker. All right. So bring me your questions. We're doing it in person. We're also going to be going live on Instagram beginning at 5 o'clock. So that's going to be this Thursday, January 25th. We invite you all to participate in that as well. Oh, finally. The last thing. I almost missed it. We want them to follow us, right? We want them to connect with us on, digitally. So we're on Instagram. Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm is on Instagram at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. At CEO Coach Mike is on Instagram. We have our Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm YouTube channel. Connect there. We have our Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm LinkedIn, as well as CEO Coach Mike is on LinkedIn. We have our Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm Facebook page. And we also have our Google business page where you can go on there and see some reviews, see some stars. So we're all throughout the digital community. We're constantly engaging. We're constantly putting information out there for the marketplace to take advantage of. All right, now I'm done, Rick.
Hey, look, Coach Mike, as always, I want to commend you on making education and mentorship the foundation of the Brooks and Davis real estate firm family. Not only do I appreciate the links that everyone goes through to make sure every member of the organization knows exactly what's going on, is abreast of any changes in the market, so that we as a real estate collective make sure that we're going out and serving the community to the best of our ability. So I urge everyone in the audience, take advantage, tap in, follow BND TV on YouTube, follow the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube, and stay at the cutting edge of what's going on, because the real estate market is ever evolving. Things are ever changing. And right here is your one-stop shop for mentorship, education, and motivation. So thank you so much, Coach Mike, for everything that you and your staff are doing over there at Brooks and Davis.
Absolutely, Rick. And you know, I gotta say it to you as well, man, because you're doing some phenomenal things in this industry as well. You know, you have a heart for the consumer. You have a heart for helping people with their real estate transaction, whether that's in purchasing a property, whether that's them selling a home. Like, you want to create a difference in people's lives as well, man. So you keep out there doing that work, doing the work that you're doing with the Prime Real Estate Network and everything, man. You're really becoming a strong player in this real estate game, man. So keep up the good work.
I know. Appreciate you so much, Coach Mike, because sitting down with you on Monday nights gives me not only access to your knowledge and expertise, but at the same time allows me and the members of our audience to see behind the curtain of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, so that we all understand that this is not just only a job, not just a career, but a passion of yours. So thank you so much for taking your responsibility so serious and giving of yourself and your time so generously to everyone.
No, thank you. I mean, you know what, Rick? That's what we're here to do, man. We're here to, you know, help people out, man, and do what we can, my brother.
Hey, you know, before we sign off this week, Coach Mike, are there any final words of wisdom or motivation you want to leave our audience with? Because I invite everyone, like you said, to check us out. We have things lined up all week at Brooks and Davis TV. But in closing, Coach Mike, is there any final message you'd like to leave our audience with?
Well, you know, listen, if I think we said a lot, Rick. I really want to leave the audience with, don't give up on your dream of home ownership. Like, if you want to buy a house, man, let's do it. Okay. There's so many. And again, this kind of echoes the conversation that I had with the gentleman today, right? There are people that are they're just giving up on it. And there are too many resources. There's too many opportunities there. You know, like I was on the phone with this guy. He's responsible for at least 20 units that are under 300,000. Like, the opportunities are there. Right. He said he literally sold 5 units to the Harris County. They're going to put those houses on the market for $270, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom houses. Like, the opportunities are there. You can do it. You just got to believe it. And that's what some of the issue is. It's not that people aren't getting the information. It's that people aren't believing it. And you got to believe. You got to believe.
Absolutely, man. I urge everyone to take your advice, believe in yourself, because Coach Mike and myself believe in you. On behalf of myself, Rick Davis, and CEO Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis, we urge everyone in the audience, stay tapped in, stay dialed in. If you need anything, Coach Mike and myself are just a direct message, text, email, or phone call away. Until the next Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show, everyone in the audience, please be safe and be blessed.